Hello, my lovely, lovely humans. Little personal plug before the channeled message today. We have a Reiki Levels 1 and 2 course, probably starting on April 1st, going to be Tuesdays from 4 to 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7 to 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. If you're not in one of those time zones, you can do the math. That the registration for that's going to be starting today or tomorrow, shortly. And then also additional personal plug, we still have 9 spots left on the Ascension Retreat to Lake Atitlan in Guatemala, hosted by Rebecca and I, or in the Akasha and I. And it's going to be a fun time. And spots are limited. They are going fast, and I feel like as we reach the date, they're gonna fill up really quickly. So if you have any questions about that, shoot me a message. All the information's available on my website. Let's get into it. There was a message regarding how best to assist in one's energetic transmissions. This message is for those who are looking to expand their ability to access higher dimensional consciousness, as well as messaging from higher dimensional beings. The beings in which those of you wish to connect to are assisting in the work you are doing to be able to bring you forward into the energetic space, to be able to receive them appropriately. However, many individuals are not quite allowing these energies or messages to come through. This means that they must take additional steps to move them into the right space of mind, the right energetic vibration, to allow them to receive what is coming in. What is needed is creating a space where those individuals are able to shut out the world, creating a space where there is no distraction, there are no limiters to being able to spend time facing inward instead of experiencing the external. These moments are when individual consciousness is merged with greater consciousness, and messages come through with a greater ease. People or individuals can spend time with themselves, experiencing the internal landscape for what it is. It is then possible to move into higher dimensions through a series of breathing practices. Okay. Tell me about these breathing practices. These breathing practices are outlined as follows. When one takes an in-breath, inhale fully, filling the lungs to capacity, holding for 3 to 4 seconds. Exhale completely. Follow this for a number of breaths until one feels able to move into the next set of breathing practices. What is next comes 3 short in-breaths, followed by 1 longer exhale. The three shorter in-breaths allow for increased oxygen and blood flow being brought to the brain, which allows for more space, more mental clarity, more energy to be brought into the internal world. On the exhale, one releases all distraction, all things that are not serving the intention at hand. Keep clear to make sure that the intention that you are holding is to create a heightened degree of connectivity between you and the higher realms. After 3 to 4 rounds of this breathing, one moves into short in-breaths until lungs are filled to capacity, holding for 2 seconds and releasing fully. Make sure to keep yourself in a state of openness and presence throughout this practice. Allow for messaging to come forward that is in alignment with what is desired to be experiencing. These breathing practices allow for you to clear your mind, your internal landscape, to be able to receive what is desired to experience. After that last breathing practice, your breath can return to its normal patterning. Keep yourself in a space of openness, allowing, presence, staying clear, staying open, allowing, making sure to find one's center internally. All of this allows one to move out of the mind and get out of one's own way to receive what is already being received but has not been acknowledged. Okay, that's the end of that transmission. That's very interesting. I am not a breathwork practitioner. I am not a breathwork practitioner. So try that out and let me know how it goes. The part about it being, an intentional space that's being created, I do feel is important. And then following that through with the breathing patterns that they described. And then just kind of like remaining open. What I would suggest is that set the intention for what you're trying to do and what you're trying to receive prior to the breathwork practices. So go in there with the intention that you're desiring to connect with your highest vibrational guides, and set that intention, highest vibrational guides, and set the intention to receive answers or clarity about something. And then basically through the breathwork practices, you're releasing all expectations of what it is that's going to come through. Because one of our biggest barriers to receiving messages is feeling like we're not receiving messages. And having this like internal sense of doubt around the messages that are coming through. So the breathwork really gets you into a grounded, very centered space to allow for that kind of clarity and that space, so that the messages that you are already receiving, because it sounds like you're already receiving them, it's just, potentially things that are being missed or that are very subtle, and allow things to be subtle, but really just release expectations, release attachment to outcome, and see how she goes. I love you all. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day.